Let's look at few more examples before we move to the next type. Okay, these are very simple, as I had said last time also, as you all have already, some of you have already solved and checked also. It's not very difficult. So let's see. Supposing they've given you y plus 2x minus 19 equal to 0, 2x minus 3y plus 3 equal to 0. Supposing these are the two equations that are given and we have to solve. Okay, if these are the two equations that are given which we have to solve, first of all, of course, we have to solve it by Cramer's rule. So we will have to bring it in the form ax plus by equals to c. Now here they are not in that form. So we will have to change them and bring them to that form. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this equation will now become 2x plus y equals to 19.
19.
I'm shifting 19 this side, writing 2x first, y away. Now since they are on the same side that I've just changed the position, I don't have to change the sign. But if I change the position from left hand to right hand of the equal to sign, then the sign changes, which is what has happened over here. 19 has become plus 19. Similarly here, this will remain as 2x minus 3y will remain as minus 3y plus 3y will go this side, will become minus 3 plus 3y will become minus 3. Now from this, immediately what I would do is, I would write over here, right below it, a1 equals to 2, b1 equals to 1, c1 equals to 9, a2 equals to 2, b2 equals to minus 3, c2 equals to minus 3. Okay. I would write these values. Once I write these values, then I have to find D. What is D? D is A1, A2, B1, B2. In this case, A1 is 2, 2, 1, minus 3, which is minus 3 into 2 minus 1 into 2, which is minus 6 minus 3, which is minus 9. D is minus 9. Then next I'm going to find out dy. Dx. Dx, in place of x, coefficients of x will be c1 and c2. ये x है तो वो drop हो जाएगा. b1, b2. c1, c2 is 19 and minus 3, and this is 1 and minus 3. So this will be equal to 19 into minus 3 minus 1 into minus 3. How much is 19 into minus 3? Minus 57. Minus into minus is plus 3. So dx equals to minus 54. Dx is minus 54. Similarly,
excuse me sir,
yeah, बोलो.
सर वो -3 into 2 और -1 into 2, सर वो -1 into 2 is -2 ना, 2 आएंगे ना सर वो.
Yeah, this is 2.
Yes,
You
sir.
are not paying attention, so this will become 8. That's right. Okay, this will become 8. Then dy. Here it will be a1, a2, and this will be what? c1, c2, because y here, so y के coefficients b1, b2 are dropped, in place comes c1, C2. P1 is 2, P2 is also 2, C1 is 19 and C2 is minus 3. 2 into minus 3 minus 19 into 2. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6 and this is minus 38. dy equals to minus 44. dy equals to minus 44. Okay. So what is x? X equals to dx upon d, which is minus 54 upon minus 8. Minus minus will cancel. 2 4s are 2, 27 are. X equals to 27 upon 4. I need to check this, but we will see that. Let's dy upon d, which is minus 44 upon minus 8. Again, minus minus cancels. 4 2s are 4, 11s are. Y equals to 11 upon 2. Whether this is the right answer or not, okay, you can check by substituting those values in the given equations. Yeah, I'm not erasing. Please copy it. Once you've finished, let me know. If you all have finished copying, please let me know.
Excuse me, sir, you are muted.
Anyone copying? Has everybody finished?
Yes, sir.
If all of you have finished, then we'll look at a new example. 3x minus 2y equals to 3 and 2x plus y equals to 16. 3x minus 2y equals to 3. 3x minus 2y equal to
Excuse me,
3.
sir.
Yes.
सर dx वाला जो सेकंड टर्म है ना 19 into minus 3 तो
Sorry.
ये
dx.
सर ये
हाँ
19 माइनस तो सर ये
हाँ.
बिगेस्ट नंबर के साइन आएंगे ना सर इधर 19 into 3 57 तो बिगेस्ट
No,
नंबर
no,
के साइन
no,
आएंगे ना
no, 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 no. In multiplication, biggest, smallest doesn't matter.
ओके
When
सर
I'm multiplying, I don't see the size of the number. It is only when addition, subtraction is there. When there are different signs, then I take sign of the bigger number.
यस सर
In multiplication, I just say plus into plus is plus, plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is plus, minus into plus is minus, and minus into minus is plus.
प्लस
That is for
यस सर
multiplication. For multiplication, I do not consider which number is bigger or which is smaller. Okay.
यस
Okay. Have you all finished with this? I've given you another one. That
यस सर
is, you all can start trying that. 3x minus 2y equals to 3, 2x plus y equal to 16. आप लोग start कर सकते हो. I'm just waiting for those who have not finished. Then I'll show you other ones. Let's see if you all get it before me and if you get the right answer or not. Let's check that out. Then I'm going to show you something different after we finish this exam.
Sir, that is 3x minus 2y is equal to
3x minus 2y equals to 3 and 2x plus y equals to 16.
okay.
Okay, I'll assume that all of you have finished now. Sufficient time. Let's look at this example. Now, if I were to do this, this is already in the standard form, so I don't have to worry. So here, a1 equals to 3, b1 equals to minus 2, c1 equals to 3. Similarly, a2 equals to 2, b2 equals to 1, c2 equals to 16. C2 equals to Hmm? So we have got d as 7, dx 35, dy 42. Is this clear? Can you all hear me clearly? Okay. So now after that we have to just solve using the same x equals to dx, that is 35 upon 7. X is going to be 5. Y is dy upon d. Dy is 42 upon 7. So y is going to be 6. Is that clear? Anyone has any doubts? Finish this also. Then we are going to see a different type of linear equations, how to solve them. Different type in the sense, initially when we saw them, when we were checking whether they are linear equations or not, more often than not we have said that they are not linear equations. So just at first glance they do not appear as linear equations, but yet they can be converted. Okay, those are the ones that we are going to see. Finish this. Once you all have finished this, then I'll show you those sums. Of course you all have to do 1.3 for homework, and I think I'll also be giving you 1.4 for homework today. Yes, 1.3 and 1.4 both you all will be doing for homework today. Of course you also have tomorrow. Okay. Then when we meet on Wednesday, inshallah we'll see your applications, that is word problems. Okay, those are very important ones. We are going to address those also. First
Yes,
finish
sir.
with this. Done? Anyone still copying, or can I erase it? Now, we have seen these kind of equations, 4 upon x plus 5 upon y, and we had said these are not linear equations, isn't it? Last time we had said these are not linear equations because the degree of the variable in this case tends to be -1. Degree of the variable is -1. Okay, so these type of equations we had outright rejected in the beginning, saying that these are not linear equations, but we can solve these by converting. Yes, you're right, they are not linear equations, but we can solve them by converting to linear equations. We can solve them by converting to linear equations. How to do that, that's what we're going to see, and then of course you're going to solve. पहले तो इनको I'm erasing this now. First we are going to convert this into linear equation. Once we convert into linear equations, we have already seen how to solve them. You have those 4 methods. You can use any of them to solve them. Okay, substitution, elimination. You can use any method, substitution, elimination, graphic, Cramers. You can use any method to solve them, but for that you have to first convert them into linear equations. Now, how to convert them? This I'll make a little lengthier. Later on, we are going to understand. See, this I can write as this first equation. I can write as 4 into 1 upon x plus 5 into 1 upon y equals to 7. This I can write 3 into 1 upon x plus 4 into 1 upon y equals to 5. Okay, I can write it like this. It's one and the same thing. I'm not changing anything. Now what happens? You'll see in both the equations I have 1 upon x and 1 upon y. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to substitute for 1 upon x and 1 upon y. I'll say let 1 upon x equals to m and 1 upon y equals to n. Let 1 upon x equals to m. You can take a and b. You can take any other numbers. The alphabets doesn't matter. I have taken m and n. So now this will become 4m, because in place of 1 upon x I'm writing m, plus 5 in place of 1 upon y, n, equals to 7. And this will become 3m plus 4n equals to 5. Now these two you can see are linear equations into variables, and we can solve them using the regular methods. Okay, how are we going to solve them? Now these were your equation number 1 and this was equation number 2. What I've got here is 3 and 4. Now I want to make this, so I'll multiply 3 multiply equation 3 by 4 and equation 4 by 3. So each of them will become 12. So I'll get, if I multiply 3 by 4, it will become 12m plus 20n equals to 28. I've multiplied everything by 4. And here I have to multiply everything by, sorry, ulta kar diya. This has to be multiplied by 3 and this has to be multiplied by 4. 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, and 3 7s are 21. 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 20. Okay, so these are my new equations 5 and 6. Now both of them have the same sign, 12 and 12. So subtract. So this will become minus, minus, minus. 12m minus 12m. 15n minus 16n is minus 1n equals to 1. Therefore, n equals to minus 1. Therefore, n equals to minus. Substitute that over here. Substitute in equation 3. So what will I get? 4m plus 5 into minus 1 equals to 7. So this will become 4m minus 5 equals to 7. 4m equals to 7 plus 5, which is 12. M equals to 12 upon 4. Therefore, m equals to 3. M equals to 3. Till here, are we clear? We've solved using the normal methods that we do, and the answer is also very simple, not very complicated. Whatever we needed, we have got. But if you leave it over here, this is incomplete. If you leave it over here, your answer is incomplete, because the question was in variables x and y. The question was in variables x and y. What we have found is n and m. I am not interested in n and m. I am interested in x and y. So what I'm going to say over here is, okay, after this, I'm going to say substitute for n and m. Re-substitute for n and m. Okay. Now what was n or m? 1 m equals to 1 upon x, and we have already found out over here, that is 3. So 1 upon x equals to 3. Therefore x equals to 1 upon 3. 9th standard में हमने किया था invertendo, or you can say cross multiply. You bring this x, this side will come up here, you bring this 3, it will come down, whichever way you want to say. Basically the right method is by invertendo. So x equals to 1 upon 3. N equals to 1 upon y. But what is n? N equals to minus 1. So 1 upon y equals to minus 1 upon, again by invertendo. Therefore y equals to minus 1. Y equals to, because if you write 1 upon 1, it's going to be the same thing, whether you write 1 or whether you write 1 upon 1. So using linear equations only, we have solved, though these are not linear equations, we have first converted them to linear equations. Then we have solved for that linear equation. We have found out the values of m and n. Then we have re-substituted to get the values of the original variables x and y. You have to find the original variables. Okay, if you leave it over here, it is incomplete. Copy till here. Then we'll look at few more examples on this, because as I said, you have to do exercise 1.4 for homework today, and that is all about this only, 1.4. So x is 1 upon 3, y is minus 1. Anything not understood in this up till here, please ask. Okay, whatever you have done till here, if you have not understood, please ask. Done?
1 minute.
Okay, okay. Now these sums, these what we have done just now, the reducible ones, that means equations which are not of linear equations, but which can be reduced to linear equation and then solved. Okay, those kind of sums, if and when they come, they'll come for minimum of 4 marks. So you have to be very careful about them. Okay, of course it will not be so very simple. ये जो हमने देखा था ये बहुत basic वाला ये था. I'll show you what type of sums can come. Okay, we are going to do the next two ones are those which can come. So if you all can solve those will be for minimum of 4 marks. 4 marks is 10% of your paper. Okay. So please copy this. Done? So we'll move to the next one then. Anybody's copying? Otherwise I'll erase it. Let's look at the types which can be asked. Of course, this also can be asked, but if this is asked, this will be for 3 marks, not 4 marks. Let's look at questions which can be asked for 4 marks. 4 upon x minus y plus 1 upon x plus y equals to 3. Plus 1 upon x plus y equals to 3. That is one equation. Second equation is 2 upon x minus y, 2 upon x minus y minus 3 upon x plus y minus 3 upon x plus y equals to 5. Now here I cannot take 1 upon x or 1 upon y as a and b. Okay, if I do that, then it will become very difficult to solve. But we'll see in both the equations, one denominator is x minus y and the other is x plus y. So I'm going to substitute x minus y as a and x plus y as b. But if I just substitute x minus y, then it will become 4 upon a plus 1 upon b. Again, it will not be a linear equation. So I'll substitute 1 upon x plus y as a and 1 upon x minus y as b. Okay, so I'm going to say let 1 upon x minus y equals to a and 1 upon x minus y equals to b. Let 1 upon x minus y equal to a and 1 upon x plus y equal to b. So now what will be the equations? Therefore, we get 4a plus b equals to 3. This is your third equation. And 2a minus 3b equals to 5. This is your fourth equation. 4a plus b equals to 3 is your third equation, and 2a. After that, we know basic method of solving. Multiply this by, you can multiply this by 2 or you can multiply this by 3. If you multiply this by 3, b will become equal. If you multiply this by 2, a will become equal, 4a, 4a. I'll multiply this by 3 because there are opposite signs, so it becomes easier. So I'll say multiply equation 3 by 3. So I'll get 12a plus 3b equals to 9. And the second one I'll write as it is, fourth equation. 2a minus 3b equals to 5. Since the signs of b are opposite, I'm just going to add. So 2a plus 12a is 14a. This will cancel out. 9 plus 5 is 14. Therefore, a equals to 1. 14a equals to 14. So a is equal to 1. Okay. Using a equal to 1, I'll substitute and solve for b. Substitute in equation 3. I'll get 4 into 1 plus b equals to 3. b equals to 3 minus 4. b equals to minus 1. b equals to minus 1. So A equals to 1 and B equals to minus 1. Is that clear till here? But as we said, we are not interested in A and B. We are not interested in A and B. We have to resubstitute it. So resubstitute for A and B. Now what is A? A equals to 1 upon x minus y, and A is equal to how much? 1. And B equal, उसी को पहले ये करो. So you have 1 upon x minus y equals to, you can say 1 upon 1 or 1, whichever way you. Therefore, x minus y equals to 1. This is your fifth equation. B equals to 1 upon x plus y, that is equal to minus 1 upon 1. Therefore, x plus y equals to minus 1. This is your sixth equation. I've still not got x and y. I've got two equations. Again, I'll solve as usual. That is, x plus y equals to minus 1. X minus y equals to x plus y equals to minus 1. And x minus y equals to 1. Add it. So I'll get 2x equals to 0. 2x equals to 0. Therefore, x equals to 0 upon 2, x equals to 0 upon 2, therefore x equals to 0. Substitute in either 5 or 6, whichever. I'll substitute it in 6. So I'll have x plus y equals to minus 1. 0 plus y equals to minus 1. Therefore, y equals to minus 1. So x comma y is equal to 0 comma minus 0 comma minus 1. Copy this. Understand. If there is any difficulty, please ask. Anything not understood, please ask. Any part in this question, in this sum not understood, please ask. Therefore, you see, we have done so much working. These are a little lengthier, no doubt about it. But as I said, not very difficult to solve. And for 4 marks, this much is expected. You can't get 4 marks just for free, isn't it? थोड़ा बहुत तो मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. Finished copying, let me know, then I'll show you another type of the sum. Same ऐसे ही रहेगा, in the sense we'll have to do a little more. If you all have finished, please let me know. Today's meeting was good. You didn't have to log in again and again. You didn't get disconnected time and again.
Sir, 2 minutes.
Can I erase it? Or anyone doing anything?
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. So I'll erase it. So let's look at the Next one. 5 upon x minus 1 plus 1 upon y minus 2 equals to 2. That's your first equation. Then you have 6 upon x minus 1 minus 3 upon y minus 2 equals to 1. That's the second equation. So here again, if you were to look at it in the normal course, it would not qualify as a linear equation in two variables. But we can convert it. What we are going to say is 1 upon this, because it is common over here, x minus 1, x minus 1. And this is y minus 2, y minus 2. So we will say let 1 upon x minus 1 equals to n and 1 upon y minus 2 equals to n. Now, do you need to take m, n only? As I said, last time we took ab, here you can take pq also, doesn't matter. So what you take doesn't matter. So this will become 5m plus n equals to 2. That is your third equation. And 6m minus 3n equals to 1. This will be your fourth equation. This will be your fourth equation. Okay. So based on this now, as usual, we are going to solve the way we do it. I'll multiply 3 by 3, so I'll get 3n. Multiply equation 3 by 3. So I have 15n plus 3n equals to 6 and 6n minus 3n equals to 1. 6n minus 3n equals to 1. Since signs are opposite, I just have to add. So 15 plus 6 is 21n. This will cancel out, equals to 7. M equals to 7 upon 21, which is 1 upon 3. M is 1 upon 3. We have got the value of m as 1 upon 3. Now we find out using this n. Substitute this in wherever you want to, m as 1 upon 3. If I substitute, I'll substitute it over here because the cancellation becomes easy. So substitute in equation 4. When I substitute in equation 4, 6n, that is 6 into 1 upon 3 minus 3n equals to 1. 3 ones are 3 twos are. So 2 minus 3n equals to 1. 2 minus 3n. Shift this to this side. So minus 3n equals to 1 minus 3n equals to minus 1. N equals to minus 1 upon minus 3, which is 1 upon n equals to 1 upon 3. N is 1 upon 3. So we have got m as 1 upon 3. We have got n also as 1 upon 3. But as I said, we are not interested in m and n. So we are going to say re-substitute for m and n. Okay, we substitute for m and n. So once we do that, what do you get? Yes, what do we get? When we resubstitute, what is m? M equals to 1 upon x minus 1, which is equal to 1 upon 3. Therefore, x minus 1 equals to 3 by invertendo. Shift this one this side. X equals to 3 plus 1. X equals to 4. X equals to 4. Okay. Then for n, we are going to do the same thing. N equals to 1 upon y minus 2, which is equal to 1 upon 3. So again, by invertendo, y minus 2 equals to 3. Y equals to 3 plus 2. Therefore, y equals to 5. So x comma y equals to 4 comma 5. X comma y equals to 4 comma 5. Okay, copy it here. So these are the kind of sums that can come. These will come for 4 marks minimum. These will come for 4 marks minimum. Copy these. These are the sums that are there up to exercise 1.4. You all are supposed to do up to exercise 1.4. Okay. Any other doubts, queries that you have, let me know. Next class, if you do not have any doubts in this, next class we are going to begin with word problems. Okay. I'll be sending you, for those of you who do not have the textbooks, not to worry. I'll be sending you all the exercise. Both I'll send 1.3 and 1.4. Don't worry. In fact, I'll send them to you right now so that you all can start working, since you are already solving at least 1.3 and 1.4. Not too many sums are there. You also have tomorrow's day. Please practice these 4 sums of 1.4. If you can get them, believe me, whatever question is asked, you all will be able to solve. Don't worry. Just practice them. And don't panic if you don't get them the first time. Supposing you're solving at home and you don't get it for the first time, don't panic, don't worry. Try it again. Try it second time, try it third time. Don't worry. We are learning. In the process of learning, you're going to make some mistakes. So that's okay. But it is better to make those mistakes now rather than make mistakes in the exam. So it is okay if you make mistakes here. It is okay if you don't get it in the first attempt. There are no prizes for getting it right in the first attempt. Okay, there's no prize for coming first. Yes sir, I did it in 30 minutes. Answer सिर्फ wrong आ गया लेकिन 30 minutes में कर दिया. That is of no use. Be slow but get the right answer. Isn't it? I have told you many times. You wouldn't go to a surgeon or a doctor who does an operation fast, but result not guaranteed. एक घंटा लगता है दूसरे डॉक्टर कैसे, ये 15 मिनट में कर देता है, लेकिन कभी अच्छा होता है कभी नहीं होता है. Will you go to such a doctor? No, we don't go to that, isn't it? We want proper results. So same thing for solving. Even if it takes you 2 minutes more or 5 minutes more or 20 minutes more, doesn't matter. Important is getting it right. First time, second time, it might take time. You will be slow. That is expected. So don't worry about that also. Speed will eventually come with practice. The more you keep on practicing, the faster you will be able to solve. It's not going to happen overnight, but eventually it will happen provided you keep on practicing. So practice those sums. If you do not get anything, ask. Do not hesitate. We are here to learn. If we knew everything, then what was there? Then we didn't need to attend any class or any of this thing, right? We are learning over here, so we need to practice. So practice those sums. Don't worry. Don't panic if you get it wrong in the first attempt. Try it again and again. And if you still do not get it, don't worry. Send me the image. I'll show you where you have gone wrong. Of course, I'll also show it in the class when we solve if you all have not got it. But for you to know your mistakes, it's important that you send me the image. So I'll show you where you have gone wrong, and you can then understand, acha ye galti hui hai, how I can rectify it. Is that clear? So don't worry. Solve all those sums 1.3, 1.4. Next class, we will be doing word problems. We may finish word problem next class. We may not finish. We will then take it on Friday. Not to worry. Speed, as I said, is not important. Finishing the chapter is not important. Understanding is what is important for me. So even if we don't finish on Wednesday, no problem. We'll finish it on Friday, inshallah. So don't worry. Whatever is there, please ask. Do not hesitate. Okay. Solve exercise 1.3 and 1.4 for homework. Chalo, all the best. Stay home, stay safe. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
sir. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Afan.